Okay, trusting hunches. Going off hunches and your intuition. A hunch is kind of like a feeling that you should do something, or a feeling that, you know, you should go somewhere. You may not know where that's going to lead, but you just feel led to do it. And it was hunches, a combination of hunches that led me to this place right here, this studio. And I can break that down. Like, I literally was intense with the game of life and how to play it. And I was like, okay, I'm going to write down some hunches. And you don't have to look for it because it's inside of you. And you can just quiet your mind and, you know, just start writing down things. You know, you know, say what you want. I want to be in an environment of music. I want to, you know, be around people. I have a talent. I have a skill set. You know, I want a different place, or whatever the case may be. And then I got a hunch to write down different studios. And I went through the book. I went on Google Maps and wrote down a bunch of different studios, just people I can go and talk to. I have no idea. And in the very beginning, when I first came, because my next door neighbor he owns this building and the next building, and it's a big studio. It's a legendary engineer. I literally just walked in there one day and off of a hunch, and I didn't know what I was doing at the time. It was off a hunch. I was like, you know, I'm just gonna go to studios, talk to people. I just randomly, it felt random, but it wasn't random. So I just went in there and I talked to him for about an hour, and we just had a really good conversation about music, life, all kinds of stuff. And at the end of it, I was like, do you accept interns? And he was like, normally I don't, but I really like you, so, you know, if you want to intern, you can come by. And that was like, you know, 3-4 years ago. And I interned there for like 3 months, and I didn't even go there expecting to intern. I was just going to different things just off of a hunch. And then 2-3 years later, you know, I was there for 3-4 months because something happened and I wasn't able to come as much as I wanted to because I didn't have the transportation to come. Then 2-3 years later, I'm continuing on my path because I had the vision to create what I'm creating now then. But, you know, I was just on the path. After I stepped out on faith and I had time to be with the universe and flow and just go to different things and say, hey, I'm going to go here today. I'm going to go there today. And so, fast forward, about a year ago, I went on a hunch, and I hadn't talked to him in 2-3 years. And I saw his name, his business in Google, and I was like, you know what, I should give him a call, because I haven't talked to him in a while. Maybe we could have, you know, Thai food or something, go out to eat or something. It's been a while. Okay, so I was thinking maybe we can go out to Thai food, eat some Thai food. And so I called him, and he was like, hey Amber, what's going on? And I didn't know. I was like, and he know what happened, the situation, whatever, but I didn't know how cool he'd be because it's been 2 years. I don't know what he'd been through. And he's like, yeah, we can go eat lunch or whatever the case may be. And we went and ate lunch, had a good conversation, and he was like, yeah, I have this room next door, and, you know, this guy just left out of the room, and, you know, he's, I don't know, he just left last month. And I was like, really? Because I'm looking for a room. Because I have been in a room before and the air conditioner broke. And I was just like, we're in Houston, Texas, I can't do this. Like, I need air conditioning. It's summer now. I just can't. So I was like, that is my room. Do not rent that out to anybody. I'm gonna get that room. And he's like, all right. And he left. And I was so serious. And I came back and I got the room. And that was all off of a hunch. And it went from the room to the other person that was renting out the rest of the space. He ended up leaving in January. So I was able to get the entire space. And a series of hunches allowed me to be able to afford the entire space. So it was just like going off of that little intuitive thought to, you should call this person, or you should talk to this person, or you should go here today. Like, it even happened to me yesterday. It's just, if you go off of your intuition and those little bitty like impulses, it's not an impulse of like fear, like if you don't do this you're gonna die or you're gonna miss out. It's not like that. It's just like, maybe I should do this, maybe I should do that, and trusting that. and it's beautiful. It's an amazing tool, and it's an amazing skill to hone your intuition and your inner guidance, because it's unmatched. Like, nobody can give you that type of advice. Nobody could have been like, you know, you should call up your mentor, you should call up all these people and see what they have for you. And, you know, I wasn't even looking for anything. It was just going off of a hunch. And I knew what I wanted, but I didn't know how it was going to happen. But I just went off of different things that, you know, I felt led to do. And that's what I think all of you should do. It's beautiful. So trust your hunches and write down, like, if you want something specific or you're looking for something, write it down and write down different things that you could do. And some of those things are going to be hunches, and you're going to know which one is the best thing. And you'd be surprised, like, you know, the journey you go on and how it all wraps around. And it's like, oh my gosh, that made so much sense. So go with your hunches. It's awesome. And that's all I've got to say about faith for now, because it's not a big section, because this whole thing is not about faith. But with those tools, you can get a lot done. You can even use hunches in your music production or your recording process. I do it all the time. But yeah, my greatest songs are like, maybe you should tweak this, maybe you should tweak that, and just continuing going off of hunches and creating something beautiful. And that's why I say, you know, definitely experiment. And I think a lot of those experiments have to do with different hunches, intuitive hunches. So, and that's not something that can be taught. You just, it comes from you. So I think that's a beautiful thing. And lean on your intuition, have faith, be grateful, and be great. And I'll see you. I'm so happy that you're doing this. It's been amazing.